Good day, everyone. My name is Lailatul Mukaromah, and I will be present the result of research entitled Rate of Plagiarism Among Senior High School Students of Bataan Christian School in Relation to Online Distance Learning by Cornejo Jairo and friends. Now, let's quickly break down the title one by one. First, rate of plagiarism. Basically, this is talking about the frequency of an individual to result in the act of plagiarism among senior high school students of Bataan Christian School. Is pertaining to the population of the respondent of the study. In relation to online distance learning, is the main field of key factor of the study, meaning it revolves around the concept of plagiarism in the new online setup of education, or what they call now as the new normal. Now, this will be content or the flow of the presentation. First, I will be discussing about the introduction or background of the study. Next will be the objective of the study. After that, I will be explain the reason for the writer intent to pursue such study. Then come the discussion about the sample and the sampling method used. And finally, I will be talking about the survey questionnaire. Going forward, let's proceed to the introduction or background of study. To start off, let's first identify what plagiarism actually means. It is defined as an act of presenting or using someone else's words or ideas and claiming it as your own. In an academic setting, it is a recurring practice among students, and with the current state of the art education today, the threat of plagiarism is even more alarming. Tough online education. Students can easily access the internet or use any search engine like Google to search for answers regarding their school tasks. No one can stop them because no one can know for sure. That is the backbone of the study, that it what the research would like to see answer for what is the rate of plagiarism among students specifically in Bataan Christian School Senior High School department who are all currently learning tough online classes. Here there are the relevant and related literature to support the study by fact. On the left side is in the global or worldwide scale, where a national survey has found that 54% of students admitted to plagiarizing from the internet. 74% admitted to have at least one engaged in serious cheating. And 47% of students believe that the act of cheating was at time ignored. On the right side, the local scale or the Philippine setting, where a particular study conducted by two major universities has found out that most, if not all, of the student respondents were guilty of plagiarism in various forms. With that being said, these related literatures have given to researchers with enough data and proof to say that plagiarism is indeed still a lingering that in today's society. Next, I will be discussing the objective of the study. First and foremost is to determine the rate of plagiarism among senior high school students of Bataan Christian School. Next is to seek answer and data about the following: frequency of students to use the internet in finding answer for school tasks, frequency of students to use this time physical textbook in finding answer for school tasks, the most commonly used type of plagiarism, and the awareness of the student on the consequences of plagiarism. And next is to determine the general implication of the study. And finally, to present and share the gathered data. All of these are the core of the research question that researchers are hoping to seek answer for. Now you might ask why the writer intended to pursue such study. I will give you three reasons. One, it is a contemporary and occurring issue, meaning it is still happening, it's relevant, and it is still significant. Two, it allows us to seek answers regarding plagiarism in online education. This basically means acquiring new knowledge about the uncharted and new theory in the form of long distance learning. And lastly, it can provide useful data and information for students, teacher, future researcher, and even for the school itself. Now I'm going to process with the sample and the sampling method used in this particular research. The researcher used the random sampling where the respondents are chosen randomly without any interference from the researchers themselves. This is to ensure an unbiased study with an objective point of view. The population of the study will consist of 40 respondents, all from the senior high school department of Bethlehem Christian School, both grades 11 and 12. Finally, I will be discussing the questionnaire of study. It follows a quantitative survey questionnaire setup. In this study, the researchers specifically use a frequency type Likert scale. Two parameters were incorporated, ranging from never to always and not fully aware to fully aware. The questionnaire is also separated in three sections, mainly the frequency, the type of plagiarism, and the awareness. The frequency answer: how often does the student respondent use either the internet or physical textbook to answer for school texts, and how often do they resort into plagiarism? The type of plagiarism tackled: about the most common type of plagiarism is used. And lastly, the awareness is to find out how aware the student in terms of the consequence of plagiarism. All of the sorts of these questions are rooted from the scope of the study or the statement or the problem. Plan or distribution and retrieval. The researchers are planning to do this either through Messenger, email, and Google Form, whichever is available and most accessible for the respondent. Since physical distribution of the questionnaire is basically impossible due to our current situation, every process and procedure will be done online and through the internet to ensure everyone's safety. And that is again, my name is Lailatul Mukaromah, and this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.